their possible best to see that we always read our books, study hard so that we can achieve our goals in the future. And my expectations from the government is to make free education, because I'm sure there are many children out there who are striving very hard. They want to go to school, but unfortunately for them, they don't have that opportunity. So I'm going to like the government to build free schools so that sponsor all the children out there who want education, so that in the future they'll come and make Nigeria a better place. Thank you.
All right. Haruna, tell me, this celebration started in 1964, but now you have grown up, you are now a boy, you are growing to become an adult. Do you have expectations of the child?
Yeah, I want the government to give a free education for the girls, for the most, let the girls have the free education for the boys. Because if they don't have, because of most of the people, like all the school, if you go outside, you saw most of the people that are on the road, they have father, they have parents. I want to let the government to help them, they'll put them inside, put them in school, they can learn. From there, if they grow, they can be something else, maybe a politician, or a musician, or a dancer, anyone.
All right, thank you. Well, more importantly, is giving them a platform to thrive and actualize their dreams.
Extracurricular activities can unlock the untapped potentials in pupils if stakeholders and the education sectors give in the much needed attention. This came to the fore at this year's Children's Day celebration in NTA Ijebu Ode. Correspondent Joel Popola captured the highlights of the celebration in this report. The report will come in subsequent bulletin. The Supreme Court has affirmed the position of the Court of Appeal that report of criminal investigation against 7 judicial officials should first be turned over to the National Judicial Council for disciplinary action before prosecution. In a unanimous decision, the 7-man panel of justice, headed by the Olukayode Ariwola, dismissed the appeal of the Economy and Financial Crimes Commission against the decision of the Court of Appeal. Lagos Division on the Criminal Prosecution of Justice Ajiya Ngwadiwa of the Federal High Court Bayelsa Division, Dele Atumbi, reports that the judgment was delivered by Justice Adamu Jauro. The report.
In 2017, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arraigned a serving judicial officer, Justice Ajiya Ngwadiwa, before the High Court of Lagos State. Counsel to the defendant raised a preliminary objection that only National Judicial Council has the power to deal with allegation of misconduct against a serving judicial officer in line with Section 158 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. This, the counsel to Justice Ngwadiwa averred denied the court of its jurisdiction. In his ruling, the trial judge assumed jurisdiction. On appeal, the Appellate Court Lagos Judicial Division obtained the decision of the trial court and struck out the criminal charge against Justice Ngwadiwa. The holding of the Appellate Court is to the effect that a serving judicial officer can only be investigated and the report of the investigation handed over to the NJC, which has the power to discipline and recommend removal and prosecution. This decision was what the FCC appealed against. The 7-man panel of justices, headed by Justice Olukayode Ariwola, dismissed the appeal for lacking in merit. The verdict, read by Justice Adamu Jauro, upheld the decision of the Appellate Court.
Unless a serving judicial officer who engages in corruption is dealt with by the National Judicial Council, the state cannot arraign and arrest such a judicial officer and prosecute them. So that's the judgment of the Supreme Court. I was bound by it.
The Apex Court also dismissed the appeal of the former Minister of Transportation seeking to stop the probe of his administration as Rivers State Governor for 8 years by the Rivers State government. Rotimi Amechi, as the appellant, raised the issue of him not getting fair trial from the state government. The 7-man panel of justices, led by Justice Kayode Ariwola, dismissed the appeal for lacking in merit. The Apex Court also awarded 1 million naira costs against Rotimi Amechi as appellant in favor of the respondents.
The court held that the appeal itself does not have merit, but however, the court went ahead to say that there's nobody on trial in the matter.
The River State Judicial Commission of Inquiry is investigating transaction running to overnight 6 billion naira and the purported sales of River State government assets under Rotimi Amechi as governor. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has emerged the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC to run for a second term in the 2023 general elections. Yemi Dalimo reports that 5 other contestants were absent at the primary.
1,180 delegates were accredited to elect the party's candidate from the 6 contestants, who include Governor Dapo Abiodun. The exercise was adjudged peaceful, while 5 other contestants were absent. At the end of the conduct, the chairman, All Progressive Congress Governorship Primary Committee, Wale Uhu, declared Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun as winner of the primary.
Prince Adedapo Oluwaseun Abiodun is hereby declared the winner of Ogun State APC primary election, having scored 1,168 votes, and is declared the winner to stand for the APC, the governorship elections of 2023.
Governor Dapo Abiodun, in his acceptance speech, commended the leadership of the party for making the process transparent and credible.
Today's validation, this overwhelming landslide expression of affirmation, I take it and I thank you.
Aside the delegates from the 20 local government areas of the state, APC chieftains, who include 2 former Ogun State governors, Olusegun Oshoba and Benga Daniel, among others, also witnessed the exercise. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
In line with the All Progressive Congress timetable for primaries, delegates of the party have elected candidates for the Ogun State House of Assembly 2023 general elections at the primaries held across the state. Akim Jimo, who monitored the exercise at Agoika and Centenary Hall, Ake reports that the conduct was peaceful. His report is here presented.
Accredited delegates turned up at various centers designated for the exercise to elect parties' flag bearers for the forthcoming 2023 House of Assembly election. For Abeokuta 1 state constituency, Oluwatobi Aaron Deregos emerged flag bearer for the party as he defeated 3 other contestants. Similarly, Tunde Teller won the State House of Assembly primaries to secure the party's flag for Abeokuta North State constituency, having polled 36 votes to defeat 4 other contestants.
Afis Shokunle, 33 votes. Tunde Teller, 36 votes. By the power conferred on me by our party's constitution and our great party, I have the pleasure to return Tunde Teller as the validly elected candidate for Abeokuta North State constituency.
We started peacefully. As you can see, everybody was in order. The delegates were called in. Every of them casted their vote for their various aspirants, and it was orderly.
In their separate acceptance speeches, the candidates promised their constituents good representation if elected in the 2023 general elections.
It's a fair election. I'm so happy about it. We are going to follow the process of excellency. Please, that my building, inclusiveness in everything. Every other group, I'm trying to make everybody together.
It's peaceful, fair. Democracy is taking its course. It is unprecedented in the history of Abeokuta North local government.
The conduct was generally peaceful.
We'll be going on a short break now. The news continues after this message. Do stay with us.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún náírà ọ̀fẹ́ ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ kàn so NIN yín pẹ̀lú ohun ìpè Glo yín, òun ló bá tán lówó bá dé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
ẹ̀dúnrọ́nà báwo la ṣe máa so NIN nọ́mbà wa mọ́ òpó ìpè Glo line wa.
Ó simple, ìwọ testa 109#.
Irú àwa tí a wà ní nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ NIN yìí rárá ń kọ́. ẹ lọ sí ẹ̀ka ilé ìtajà Glo kẹ́ ẹ lọ fi orúkọ yín sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀ òun lè bá ṣe lówó bá dé.
ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀wọ́ báwo lèmi náà yóò ṣe jàǹfààní káàdì ìpè $20 náírà ọ̀fẹ́.
ṣé ẹ rí àwọn oníbàárà Glo tuntun àti àwọn tó ti wà ńbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa pátápátá òun la láǹfààní àti jẹ káàdì.
èmi náà mo ti gba $20 náírà.
Welcome back. Bakare Omolola Olarinwaju has emerged winner of the APC House of Assembly primary election for Ijebu Ode state constituency, scoring 13 votes to defeat 9 other aspirants, including the incumbent legislator. Correspondent Joel Popola reports that party's loyalists waited patiently despite the late commencement of the exercise. The report.
The keenly contested House of Assembly primary election of the All Progressives Congress in Ijebu Ode is to select one standard bearer for the party among the 10 aspirants. In a transparent process, the 55 delegates across the 11 wards in Ijebu Ode local government were duly accredited, with the INEC electoral officer for Ijebu Ode, Mrs. Comfort Adegoke, and other officials monitoring proceedings. One after the other, delegates cast their ballots for the candidate of their choice among the 10 contestants, with agents and candidates keenly monitoring the process. The counting of ballots was conducted in the presence of all agents, candidates, and other stakeholders. At the end of the exercise, Bakre Omolola Olarinwaju scored 13 votes, which is the highest number of lawful votes. The winner could not contain her emotions.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Chairman Ijebu Ode local government will supervise the exercise, encourage the aspirants to embrace the spirit of sportsmanship and work for the victory of the APC at the polls come 2023.
The natural urge of each delegate to see his or her candidate emerge at the end of the day, and that was what led to the tension. Of course, you will expect that where you have 8-10 contestants, the tension will be a little bit high. But we're able to manage it, and the election has gone on smoothly.
In Odogoni local government, Atinoke Bello clinched the party's ticket. In Ijebu Ode, Joel Popola, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has advised voters to take advantage of the ongoing continuous voters registration exercise to get their PVC ahead of 2023 general elections. Oyo State Resident Electoral Commissioner Mutiu Agboke gave the advice while showcasing the newly acquired voting machine known as BVAS during the Oyo Ogomosho Zone Stakeholders Forum held at Atiba Hall in Oyo. Adekunle Adebayo has details. And that does it on the news tonight. But before we go, let's take a look at the major stories. Children all over Nigeria joins their counterparts all over the world to celebrate the unique day. Governor Abiodun emerges APC standard bearer in Ogun State. And that will be all on the news tonight. I am Mayowa Ereton. The Yoruba translation comes up immediately with Shegun Adekoya. Good night.
Nínú ìròyìn wa lálẹ́ òní, àwọn ìwé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn lágbàáyé fún àkànṣe àyájọ́ àwọn ìwé. Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún fakọyọ láti gbé àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC láti dupò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lẹ́ẹ̀kejì. Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé kí ẹ sì tẹ́tí sí àwọn ìròyìn tó ń wá sí etí ìgbọ́ yín láti iléeṣẹ́ NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Ṣẹ́gun Adékọ̀yà lóníròyìn yín. àwọn èwe lórílẹ̀‐èdè nàìjíríà ni wọ́n kún fún ayọ̀ àti ìdùnnú bí wọ́n ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wọn lágbàáyé fún àṣeyẹ ọjọ́ àwọn èwe ti ọdún 2022 lónìí. Elizabeth Ọmọrùyì ló jábọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe sàmì sí ọjọ́ èwe ti ọdún yìí ní ọ̀nà àrà ní ìlú àbújá tí í ṣe olú ìlú orílẹ̀‐èdè nàìjíríà. àwọn ẹ̀bùn àti ìlèṣe tí ó farasin sára àwọn èwe ni eré ìdárayá máa ń gbé jáde bí àwọn ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bá lè fi àyè tí ó tọ́ sílẹ̀ fún un. èyí ni ó farahàn níbi ayẹyẹ ìsàmìsí ọdún àwọn èwe ti ọdún yìí ní iléeṣẹ́ NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. akọ̀ròyìn Joel Púpọ̀ọlá ló ṣe ojúmìtó ètò ọ̀hún tí ó wáyé ní ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. ẹ ó máa gbọ́ àtẹ̀síwájú rẹ̀ nínú àwọn ìròyìn wa tó ń bọ̀.
Because if they didn't have, because of most of the people, like all the school, if you go outside you saw.
ọjọ́ kò tẹ́mi lọ́rùn wípé gbogbo àfisùn ìwà ọ̀daràn tí ó bá ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn amòfin ní kí ó máa kọ́kọ́ lọ sí àjọ àwọn amòfin National Judicial Council fún ìjìyà tí ó tọ́ kí wọ́n tó fojú ba ilé ẹjọ́. adájọ́ àgbà méje lábẹ́ àkóso Olúkáyọ̀dé Aríwóọlá fi ẹnu kò láti da ẹjọ́ EFCC èyí tí ó fi ẹ̀sùn kan adájọ́ àgbà Àjíà Nágíwà ti ilé ẹjọ́ gíga ìpínlẹ̀ Bayelsa nù. Délé Àtúnbí ló jábọ̀ wípé adájọ́ àgbà Àdàmú Jàòrò ló fi ìdájọ́ lélẹ̀. gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ló ti jáwé olúborí nínú ìdìbò abẹ́lé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC tí yóò sì máa gbé àsíá ẹgbẹ́ náà láti dupò gómìnà fún sáà kejì ní ọdún 2023. Yẹmí Dálémọ ló jábọ̀ wípé àwọn olùdíje márùn-ún yòókù ni kò yọjú síbi ìbò abẹ́lé ọ̀hún. ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú ní ìròyìn ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ́tí sí ìkéde yìí náà.
ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún náírà ọ̀fẹ́ ni o. bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ kàn so NIN yín pẹ̀lú ohun ìpè Glo yín òun ló bá tán lówó bá dé. bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹ dúró ná báwo la ṣe máa so NIN nọ́mbà wa mọ́ òpó ìpè Glo line wa.
ó simple ìwọ testa 109#.
irú àwa tí a wà ní nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ NIN yìí rárá ń kọ́.
ẹ lọ sí ẹ̀ka ilé ìtajà Glo kẹ́ ẹ lọ fi orúkọ yín sílẹ̀ níbẹ̀ òun lè bá ṣe lówó bá dé.
ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀wọ́ báwo lèmi náà yóò ṣe jàǹfààní káàdì ìpè ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún náírà ọ̀fẹ́.
ṣé ẹ rí àwọn oníbàárà Glo tuntun àti àwọn tó ti wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa pátápátá òun la láǹfààní àti jẹ káàdì.
èmi náà mo ti gba ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ogún náírà.
ìròyìn ló ń wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín láti iléeṣẹ́ NTA Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC fún ìdìbò abẹ́lé àwọn aṣojú dìbò ti dìbò yan olùdíje fún ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn láti yan àwọn tí yóò ṣojú rẹ̀ fún ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ní 2023. Akeem Jimoh tí ó ṣe ojúmìtó ètò ọ̀hún jábọ̀ wípé ìdìbò tí a ṣe ní gbọ̀ngàn Aké ni ó lọ wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́. ẹ gbọ́ síwájú sí i.
ṣojú dìbò ni wọ́n tú yẹyẹ káàkiri sí àwọn ibùdó ìdìbò níbi tí wọ́n ti kópa nínú ṣídi ìbò yan ẹni tí yóò gbé àpótí ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nínú ọdún 2023 fún ipò aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ fún agbègbè gúúsù Abẹ́òkúta. Olúwatóbi Aaron Deregos ó borí àwọn adíje yòókù síwájú sí i. bákan náà ẹ̀wẹ̀ Túndé Tẹ̀là ni ó borí ní agbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àríwá Abẹ́òkúta nígbà tí ó ní ìbò mẹ́rìndínlógójì tí ó sì borí àwọn mẹ́rin tí ó tún kópa mìíràn nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbàwọlé wọn. àwọn tí wọ́n yàn náà sọ pé àwọn yóò ṣe ojú àwọn agbègbè wọn dáradára bí wọ́n bá lè dìbò yàn wọ́n nínú ìbò ọdún 2023 tí ó ń bọ̀. gbogbo àwọn ètò ìdìbò abẹ́lé ọ̀hún ni ó wáyé ní àlàáfíà.
Bákàrè Ọmọlọ́lá Ọlánrewájú ni ó jáwé olúborí nínú ìbò abẹ́lé ti ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC tí ó wáyé ní Ìjẹ̀bú Òde. Láàárín àwọn olùdíje mẹ́sàn-án mìíràn àti aṣojú tí ó wà nípò ni Ọmọlọ́lá ti fakọyọ láti ṣojú ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde ní ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀. Joel Púpọ̀ọlá jábọ̀ wípé àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ni wọ́n farabalẹ̀ láti rí àṣeyọrí ètò ọ̀hún eléyìí tí ó pẹ́ kí ó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àjọ elétò ìdìbò ti ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ti gba àwọn olùdìbò níyànjú láti ṣe àmúlò ètò ìforúkọsílẹ̀ ìdìbò tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ láti gba káàdì ìdìbò wọn ṣáájú ìdìbò gbogbogbò ọdún 2023. Mutiu Agboke tí í ṣe kọmíṣánná fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló gba àwọn olùdìbò níyànjú nígbà tí ó ń ṣe ìfihàn àwọn ohun èlò àti ẹ̀rọ ìgborúkọsílẹ̀ tuntun ní ìlú Àtìbà ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ èyí tí a ṣe ní gbọ̀ngàn Àtìbà. Adékúnlé Adébáyọ̀ ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn ẹ gbọ́ síwájú sí i.
Àjọ elétò ìdìbò ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Mutiu Agboke ṣàlàyé pé ẹ̀rọ náà ló máa fi òrìnrìn ìṣe rere káàdì alálòpẹ́ ìdìbò léyìí tó máa dáàbò bo àwọn olùdìbò pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí yóò dìbò lọ́pọ̀ yanturu pẹ̀lú káàdì kan tàbí àwọn tí ó jí káàdì láti fi dìbò. Agboke ṣàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ìṣe pàtàkì káàdì ìdìbò alálòpẹ́ fún àti ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ wọn nígbà ìdìbò. Ó wá rọ gbogbo àwọn olùdìbò tó ti forúkọ sílẹ̀ láti jáde kí wọ́n lọ gba káàdì wọn tí ó ti wà ńlẹ̀ láwọn oríkò iléeṣẹ́ àjọ elétò ìdìbò tó wà káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ó ṣàlàyé pé 4,700 káàdì ló ti wà ńlẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn ò tí ì gbà.
Àǹfààní tó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀rọ yìí àkọ́kọ́ ayélujára ni ó yára gan ju smart card reader lọ. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì yàtọ̀ sí pé ó lè tẹ̀ka tún lè ya ojú yín.
Díẹ̀ nínú àwọn olùkópa náà gbóríyìn fún àjọ elétò ìdìbò fún ipa rere tí wọ́n ń sà láti pé wọ́n ṣe ètò ìdìbò tí ó lọ ní ìrọwọ́rọsẹ̀.
Ètò tó dára ni tí ó sì ń fi ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kí àwọn ènìyàn mọ̀ ìṣe pàtàkì láti gba káàdì ìdìbò àti ìṣe pàtàkì láti fi dìbò.
Orí ọ̀fẹ́ tí wọ́n gbé wá yìí aṣàfẹ́ rí ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú èyí tí wọ́n á gbé wá yìí kò ní sí màkàrúrù kankan ní òdìbò mọ́.
Láti ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ Adékúnlé Adébáyọ̀ ló ń jábọ̀rọ̀ yìí fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Níbí la ó fi àdàgbà ètò rọ̀ sí nínú ìròyìn wa lálẹ́ òní, ṣùgbọ́n ká tó máa lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àwọn kókó inú ìròyìn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Àwọn ìwé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn lágbàáyé fún àkànṣe àyájọ́ ọjọ́ àwọn ìwé ọdún 2022. Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ló fakọyọ láti gbé àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC láti dupò gómìnà lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ní ọdún 2023. Ṣẹ́gun Adékọ̀yà ló ti ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn. Ó dàárọ̀.